Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Dead Unicorn. My name is Corey. This is the tabletop role-playing game club, and we are playing Shadow Empire with the setting and rules of the Legend of the Five Rings. We've been playing this for a while, and we've been having a blast, and we're glad you can join us live every Sunday or as a recorded stream. Listen to it as a podcast, however you want to do it. I mean, I'm not your mom. But today,
He sometimes wishes he was.
today we're just going to blow the entire thing up. I think it's time to get canceled, everybody. And how we're going to do that, we're going to say something so controversial. I want the most controversial thing you guys can say to try and get us canceled. I will go first. Mars does not have moons. It has space debris with names. There, I said it.
Speak truth,
Bold.
brother.
Wow, that was bold.
Thank you. Thank you. Crystal, what you got?
I believe the best piece of literature this world has ever produced is Go Dog Go by Dr. Seuss.
That's so brave that you said that. I think it's something we all think, but we just can't say it because, you know, the people, they're not going to be happy.
Oh.
James, what you got for
I
us?
think that cats
Getting
are
warm in here.
objectively a better pet for a bachelor than a dog.
I think we're going to get canceled for that one for real.
Yeah.
I mean, if
I
you're
don't-
working all the time, a cat's independent. Dog needs attention.
I mean,
And I'm only talking for bachelors.
Are you-
Okay?
Unless you spoil and baby your cat so much that they're always seeking your attention whenever you're home.
Matt, what do
then
you
it
got
becomes
for
a
us?
problem. Let's see. Volcanoes are erupting. Are the Earth popping its own pimples? Change my mind.
I don't think I can. I think that's sound.
Especially
Yeah.
if an earthquake's involved.
I mean, we've all seen that goo coming out.
It's does the earth get like bacterial infections? Is that how that works? Tarek.
Aren't we?
Pizzas are just open-faced sandwiches, and it's disgusting.
Well,
Pizza.
duh. How could anybody
And
not
it's
see that?
disgusting. Is the perversion of the sandwich art form is I think the optimal.
Well,
line.
yeah, open-faced sandwiches are objectively stupid.
I'll tell you something. I've
agree.
seen pizza with
Wow.
sandwich toppings like Thousand Island dressing,
Lettuce?
lettuce.
Disgusting.
Don't go to Ukraine. They won't like you
disgusting.
there. Spoken by somebody who eats sandwiches with only one slice of bread on them.
I
You only need it on the bottom.
I buy Totino pizzas in 2-packs so that I can make them the proper sandwich.
That is such a bachelor thing to do.
Yeah.
Sasha.
I think that cheese belongs in every single meal, every day, every meal. And including if you're lactose intolerant, I don't care. I think it belongs there. And I will stand by this statement and I will die on this hill. Happy, but very constipated.
I definitely agree with you. And also, lactose intolerant people, find the right cheese. It's out there.
There is a cheese for you, okay? You just gotta look for it.
Sheeps and goat
Waiting.
cheese.
You just gotta believe.
I think we're gonna be.
Might have to take a trip to France to try all the varieties, since some aren't allowed in this country.
I think you just ticked off 3/4 of the planet, so I think we're good now. I think everybody hates us. It's time to begin the game.
All right, last episode, everyone. We love you. Goodbye.
You guys have made your way into Shinomen Forest. You've had some hiccups at first, but now you're making your way through. You met only Shisuro Kuranagi met a strange boy tied to a tree. Got some interesting information and a gift. And now with that information, you're going after some ratlings because they have an artifact. An artifact that belongs to the Sage of Flowers. And hopefully, you can be invited into the Sanctum of the Sage of Flowers by retrieving that artifact. That's where we are. I have revamped the hex crawl rules just slightly, and I hope they work better and everybody's satisfied with them this time. They are in our journal if you need to review them. And they're being chased by ninja, but they're pretty far away from the ninja right now. We'll see what happens in the future. We'll see what's going on.
Yeah.
Go
First,
ninja, go ninja, go ninja, go. Go ninja, go ninja, go ninja, go.
we're at 7 o'clock in the morning. The hex crawl roll has already been made. It's I believe it's a temperature increase and an imbalance of void. You've already made your roll, and you're making your way through it.
Temperature
Making your way
decreases. Imbalanced
All I have to do
void.
is roll when you get to this area here. Hold on. Rollable tables, here it is. Time of day. Alright, it's not going to be until the early evening that you find your first traces of rattling tracks. We can't hear you, Sasha.
I am mouthing the one song that's like rats, rats, where the rats? And I was not gonna say it out loud.
I have no idea where
no
that's
idea.
I've heard it referenced a few times in other media. I don't know its origin.
Me neither.
All right, we found some tracks. I'm assuming we need to roll survival in order to follow them.
Yeah. I'll give you a survival roll to follow some tracks.
I know how to survive.
I'll make it a TN2 survival roll to follow some tracks. We'll make it. What kind of roll do you think? What kind of approach do you think is best for following tracks?
I'll give whoever's making the roll skilled assistance.
I mean, like, definitely water for survey is in
Water,
the mix.
yeah, water sounds like the best one to use actually.
I'll do that. All right. Survival.
All right.
No, Crystal's already doing it.
Oh, okay.
No, Tarek said that Kuronagi was gonna do it.
Who's doing the roll? Just
I'm giving it to
I just said that I now have survival. is what said.
Yeah, I now have survival too,
I don't
and I
think
have
anyone
a
volunteered to
watering
do
of
it
4.
yet. I was waiting on hearing, like, I was going to ask, is this a role that we all need to do or just one person?
just one person needs to do this roll.
Okay, well
I got
then
watering
let
of
Matt do
4.
it.
All right,
He's
Matt-
good at this.
Matt, you want to do it? Everybody says you can do it. I assume.
All right, and
Do we wanna
let's
give
see,
him
how many
assistance? Can we?
assistants?
Getting one from me.
Skilled
How
assistance.
many will Corey reasonably allow before there's too many people cooking in the kitchen?
Too many cooks.
I don't know. Is everybody want to assist? Is that what everybody is doing?
I already know that I'm no good at this, so
Okay.
I'm gonna stay out of the way.
So 3 assistings.
All right.
I don't know what other options we have for doing other things at the moment. So
Well,
It
if
doesn't really matter.
well, think about it. Where are you?
we
All
are
right,
in the Badlands.
You're- You're that well.
No,
that
we're
may
in
be
Shinomen,
right.
which is close to it.
What was that, Corey?
Well, that may be right. You're in the Badlands, right?
Yes.
So
We're in the
what do
Look
you
out
need?
for something bad. All right, I'll look out for something bad.
Okay. So Matt, you can make a survival check with
And bonus successes equal better chances, or would opportunities be more? Would work better.
Opportunities would work better than bonus successes here.
Okay. Holy moly!
Well, you've got your successes.
All right, and I'll
How
take
many?
those
How
two
many assistants?
opportunities.
How many assists did you use? 2. You get 2. Sasa said she's being a lookout.
Salsa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you'll
Salsa.
get my
Well,
assistants and whoever
well,
else.
One of them turned out to be a
Yes.
blank die anyway, so I'll throw away the blank die.
What?
Corey's
I
getting
threw away
reroll.
everything.
Hmm?
I threw away
You
the
have to
roll.
re-roll.
Okay, so I have to re-roll. All right, I'll re-roll. So let me just finalize it, and yeah, how nice. All right, so
What are you doing?
this
I
roll
am
was
throwing
thrown
away your entire roll.
Okay, so 2 assistants this time.
2 assists, yes.
2 assistants.
He says 2 and puts up 3. And once again, you have all the successes you need.
Yes. That came a blank. Oh well, whatever.
3
I'll take the strike
opportunity
for
is
this one.
very nice.
All right. So, Game Master, lead the way.
Okay.
Narratively speaking.
I would like Sasha to say what she's looking out for and what skills she'd like to use to make the lookout.
Well, we're looking for ratlings. So I think it's fair to say that I should look out for ratlings. I
Okay.
feel like it's also fair to say, did Kuranagi tell us that there was another group looking for the artifact?
Yes.
So looking out for any other people that might be looking for the same thing that we like, looking out for competition.
Okay. Sure. You can do
Competition
that.
or ratlings.
I would think that that would be I think you can use survival for that. You can use tactics for that. Either survival or tactics.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a TN3. Can I get a marching order from you guys too?
Well, considering that I led the way to
And I'd be right there with him.
investigating,
Okay.
I would probably say I'm the first.
Matt's up
of the
first.
group to
And me right behind, since I'm doing some assist.
Yeah, we
think
probably
Kuranagi's
have
right there
our
with-
trackers up toward the front. I would think that
Probably in like a wedge.
Naurin is
So,
probably taking up the
Kuranagi.
rear.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in the back. Especially since I'm thinking for my approach, I'm gonna go air, and I'm gonna try to be more, like kind of sneaky with it. Like I'm looking out for other people, but I'm not really trying to make it look like I'm looking out for other
Okay.
people. So maybe they're not expecting me. Still TN3.
All right. TN3.
It's gonna be kind of hard, but I'll try. Ooh, no, that's a whole lot of nothing.
Ew.
Can I do something about this?
Well,
Well, I don't know if I have an advantage that might help me here. I don't know. I don't think so. No, I don't think I do. Okay. I'll just keep the opportunity since I rolled nada.
So you use the opportunities to pretend you're looking for something while you didn't actually
And
see
you
anything.
can consider this a downtime action if you want to use downtime uses.
Oh, okay. Could I use it to notice something like interesting about the scene? Like I didn't see anybody or I didn't see anything, but maybe I could see something else. I don't know.
I think that's more of a water thing to survey the area. So on air, you can analyze something. Like you could learn something about the ratlings you're following in their tracks because you're looking right at them. And I would think that would be more of an air thing to do.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's... You know, what if I did the contested territory use? Like, because I was trying to be sneaky and not let anyone know that I might be suspecting we're being followed or someone might be following us. You create a clever disguise or ruse to get the jump on potential foes. The next time you enter a conflict scene this game session after initiative has been determined, choose one character in the scene. On that character's next check, they must reroll all results containing... Oh wait, is that... Oh, that lets you bone someone else. That doesn't let you have better
You create a
initiative.
clever disguise or ruse to get the jump on potential
Never mind.
foes.
Okay, never mind. I'll just do what you suggested. I read that completely wrong until I got to the last sentence.
Okay.
So let's learn something about the ratlings. I feel silly.
What can I tell you about these ratlings? Actually, what can I tell you about these ratlings?
Man, I really need to clean out my computer. This fan is going like crazy.
You notice that there is, like, not only are there tracks, but there are certain trees that have little scratch marks on them. And certain trees that smell really bad.
Guess why?
This is the communal lavatory.
Hello, Juvie. Thanks for joining us.
Daisuke is the one leading the tracking, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Daisuke, you should check out those trees over there.
Oh boy.
Do you go check out those
So-
trees, or do you continue following those tracks?
So Daisuke is kind of remembering Kuranagi's prank with the skunk from last game. It's like, I hope she's being genuine.
Oh, don't worry, she is. It's just me as the player
She's
sending you to
not
look at the
exactly a jokester character.
Remember, I'm playing the ex-fiancé. He's kind of wary. But, you know what? She's part of the team.
I would have sent anyone who was doing the eyeballing at the tracks over there. It just so happens to be you, and that pleases me.
I mean,
The way you worded it.
I don't
sucks.
think you should. I think y'all should
Deviate.
RP this in character. She says, Daisuke, I think you should go check out those trees over there. What do you tell her? Or do you just go do it?
suspect, that this is going to help us find the Nezumi?
Are they called Nezumi or are they called Ratlings?
Both.
Or is that the same? Both.
Yes.
Same thing, basically.
Same thing, different font. Got it.
Same
Likely.
thing, different
There's
language.
Some sort of, I see some scratches over there. And then she points to one of the trees.
All right, I'll go ahead and take a look.
Okay.
So Daisuke saunters up to whatever tree she pointed to and, investigates it for those scratches that she mentioned.
Okay, you walk
She
on
finds
over to
one of
that
the
tree.
scratches on it.
There are some scratches on the tree. You smell a pungent odor, and there's a new set of tracks over here.
Ah. All right. That was a good lookout, Naurin. Thank you.
You're much too suspicious nowadays.
Who do you take me for,
Well,
Kuronagi?
considering the pranks you played earlier on me, have to keep an eye out somehow. Remember the skunk incident, Kuronagi?
I don't know what you mean.
Haha.
I
It
find
was
it
just Bob.
difficult,
I thought someone needed to do it.
difficult to
And who better
believe
than our
that
big,
Naurin
strong
never
samurai
played a
friend?
prank.
Oh, guys, when Kuronagi plays innocent, this time, instead of you looking at her like, oh, this is just one of the Kuronagi things, it seems ugly. She seems kind of like, I don't kind of want to hang out with her right now for doing that. Feels ugly.
Even to Naurin, her
Yes.
partner and best
Yes. Even to, especially to Naurin right now.
friend? Okay.
Kuronagi, what did you do with the skunk?
Nothing. I just heard something under a box. We didn't even know it was under there, remember?
Is there like Corey? Okay, I don't know if this is like acceptable to do.
Okay,
So you
I
tell
know what
me
you
if
mean
it is or
now.
isn't. Is like because Naurin is very able to tolerate Kuronagi.
Yes.
Like exceedingly.
I know.
So is there some sort of check that she could make, maybe like a sentiment void check or something, to see why she's feeling this way suddenly?
Yes, sure. I will definitely allow that. What is Kuranagi's vigilance?
3.
All right, it's going to be a TN4 because there's an imbalance of void in the area.
Oh.
Oof, this is gonna
So
hurt.
it's
I'm also gonna
it's-
take. I'm gonna take strife from this too. When performing a check related to interacting with people you care for, such as a sentiment check to recall the feelings of your friend concerning a particular subject, you receive 3 strife.
Right.
My isolation disadvantage.
I will allow you to re-roll 2 dice from this roll as well.
In your favor?
In your favor, yes.
So I have to. Okay, you're gonna have to help me with this. So, void TN4. I'm gonna spend a void point. Oh, that's the assistance button. That's the wrong button. Spend void. Let's roll the dice first. Oh my god. So I'm just rolling all blanks today. I gain 3 strife. Ouchie. I gain a void
Hold on.
point.
You still get to re-roll 2 of those dice that are blank.
Okay, so I get to reroll 2 of those blank die.
Oh.
Okay, so let's reroll.
Let's make it explode.
Reroll. Let's see. Please. Pretty
Oh, by the way, who won the thing this week?
Oh yeah, there's a poll. There's a poll that I only put up just today. You know, if you don't see the poll, please contact me. Tell me there's no poll. I'll put it up. I promise. Yeah, Kuronagi, you win the poll. You get a free win on any 1 die roll without bonus successes or opportunity. If you don't spend it by the end of the game, it becomes a void point.
Okay.
So Naurin loses her composure. And I fail.
Okay.
Wait, you lose your composure?
Yeah, she's compromised right now. Her strife exceeds her composure. So
Shouldn't we all be at no more than half our composure?
yeah, but she got hit with a disadvantage.
Oh, right, you already had to take an extra 3. Okay, that
So-
makes sense.
Naren's really bad at thinking about her friend's feelings.
So
Like,
It hurts.
this roll would have normally worked if it wasn't for just
Imbalance.
the eeriness and badness of the forest around you affecting your soul in a negative way. And the fact that you're trying to like empathize with your friend has just kind of, you know, how social, like introverts say that they need to recharge and they can't do social stuff. That's basically what's happened to you, and you want to go home and just read a book right now.
Got like a little spiral above her forehead, spinning.
You can either try and rest this out, do something you enjoy, or just unmask and get rid of all of your strife. Or
Me
just keep-
unmasking is like challenging someone to a duel, so I don't know that it's particularly
Yeah.
applicable right at this moment. Unless I can be like, okay, I'm too stressed out and I need someone to fight me right now, you know?
Right. Or you can just be compromised and just live with it for a while.
I think I'm just gonna have to live with it for a little bit.
Okay.
I don't see another good option at the moment.
All that means is you can't keep dice with strife on them.
Yeah, that's not great for me. I'll
Okay.
look forward to a rest.
So yeah, everybody notices that Kuronagi
Seems a little off.
seems a little off right now. Yeah.
Could so considering my sentiment check last game, trying to suss out Kuronagi, and then all of a sudden like this like feeling of ugliness coming from her. Like, could Daisuke do like a sort of like analysis on her, try to kind of figure out, okay, maybe there's something a little deeper to this that I could not.
Do you
know
have a
again.
bond with Kuronagi at all? Any sort of bond?
No, I have no bond.
You just don't know Kuronagi enough then.
I do,
But
on the other hand.
I have a bond with, or you know, rivalry bond with Naurin.
But Naurin's not
Maybe
being
that-
affected.
Yeah, it's Kuronagi
It's
you're
Kuronagi.
trying to
She's
figure
stressed
out.
out seeing her friend in like such a manner. So
I have
like,
the
I can
bond
at
with
least pick up on
Kuronagi.
that.
Yes, and what would you like to do, James?
Well, what?
What would...
This is a weird feeling. I'm definitely going to be using Void, but I'm trying to figure out what skill is good.
It's a
for that.
sentiment if you're trying to figure stuff out.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll do a sentiment Void.
She's an old friend. You got a connection with her. Sentiment Void is going to be TN4 again.
Because of the imbalance area.
You do not get 2 dice to reroll, I do not believe. Let me check your character sheet real quick. No. Nope.
Let me
Subtle
think on this
Observer. Hold on. No, Subtle Observer won't let you do that.
Why did you give
what
me
if-
the 2 dice? Was it just because of my rank 2 bond with her, or was it for something else?
I can't tell you that. It's a
What
secret.
Maybe I'll just,
what if I use water for surveying? Because I'm looking at her trying to figure this out.
No, that would be
Or-
like Void would work. Maybe air for analyze.
That's what I was trying to do, like an air analysis sentiment check for this one.
But Void for
No.
sense, air would work for analyze as well.
Right now.
Fire for theorize.
Fire for
Um,
theorize might work.
Okay, I can go with theorize.
Okay.
Does that change the TN?
Yeah, TN3.
Try dropping your composure
A
down.
little better.
Just drop it down for a second to see if it affecting it. We'll put it back.
Well, that won't help worth nothing.
Lots of opportunity.
Okay, at this point, everybody's looking at me very strangely. Is there something I can do for myself?
Is there something? Yeah, everybody's looking at you a little.
Put off.
I'm used to being. I'm used to having an advantage called affective harmlessness, where nobody ever takes my silliness
Jabs.
seriously.
Yep.
And
So
I was just
this
like,
is a very
wait,
strange
what
situation.
did you do with the skunk?
Yeah.
You're not used to Naurin looking at you with disappointment.
It's not. They're not looking at you like you're a threat. They're just looking at you like
It doesn't matter
you're
about
gross.
or not. It is literally
Is it-
they laugh off any transgressions.
This is a
Like
useful
instantly.
point for me to use my 2 opportunity on Fire Ring. General use. Notice something missing or out of place in the vicinity that is not directly related to the task. So it won't be something about Kuranagi. But something's missing around here. Maybe I notice it, that it's missing.
something that's missing or out of place.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see something missing, but you see. Well, you see like a weird log, a pretty cool stick actually, on the path
cool
that you were
stick.
taking. It's a cool stick.
And a log that's not quite where it.
It's
Looking at it.
I meant like a stick, like a cool log stick. It's the same kind of thing. It's big and girthy, but it's
A
it's
limb.
kind of awesome.
Like a tree limb, yeah.
But it's kind of awesome too. You know how awesome sticks can be.
I do have a collection in real life.
Yeah.
So,
So affective harmlessness literally
from what I'm
says-
reading, Karen,
Hold on.
But
let
yeah,
me-
guys,
let me-
y'all don't look
let me
at him
talk.
like
Okay.
he's a like she's a threat. You look at her
No.
like
Hold on, Corey.
she's
Let
ugly.
me finish. The it's not about threatening. It says you appear earnest and perhaps a bit hapless, and your flaws generally come off as charming,
Right.
at least at first glance. Additionally, people tend to underestimate you, and that works to your benefit. So
So
it's not just about being threatening. It's about people
everything
taking
there-
what I say as,
everything
like,
there is actable except for the charming part now. The charming part is nullified.
she could do a performance check since we're social equals to kind of like try to come off that she is still.
No, she doesn't even know she's doing it.
Ah.
That's the
Well,
problem.
that's what I'm saying is because they are receiving me in a way that is not typical for Kuranagi. Is there a way for her to identify what is exactly going on? Try to gauge the situation.
Yeah. You can make a void roll to sense yourself.
To be like, wait, what? Did I say something?
I'll give you a meditation void roll to do some self-analyzing.
Is it me? Am I the problem?
Wait, are we the
Self-awareness.
baddies?
Oh my.
It's gonna be the same roll though, TN4, because of the void imbalance messing everything up.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Self-analyzing isn't a good task for
It's-
Kuranagi. It's literally what
It's
she hates
not
the
your
most.
forte. We can see that from what you rolled.
So I succeed.
Okay, sure.
Ah.
You know
Ah.
what's on your character sheet. What I put there.
So I sense that there is a
You're cursed.
spiritual-
You're cursed. Something has cursed you.
Kuranagi gets the like anime twitchy
Bane.
Bane emote.
I could just imagine her like just kind of standing still, like when she makes that realization, then she's like exuding an angry aura, but her face remains the same plastered, like placid, playful look. It's like, I'm gonna punish someone.
Kuranagi, what's the problem?
I don't like this forest.
Well, it is very large and dense and difficult to traverse. I don't particularly like it myself.
Isn't Shinomen Forest part of Scorpion territory? I thought you'd feel at home.
Mm-mm. No, it's part of Falcon.
She looks at you like you're insane.
Yes, it
we're
was a
going
bit of a jab.
Nobody owns the Shinomen Forest.
If we're going to encounter any clan, it's likely to be the Falcon. They do a lot of training in here.
And yet still, nobody owns the Shinomen.
Yeah, it's. You should be like, oh yeah, the Scorpion owns Shinomen Forest. It's our apple orchard. We patrol it daily.
No, because then people will
This
get
is the place
offended.
where we deal with our criminals.
True, true.
No, that if I say that, then somebody's gonna get offended. I'm gonna get canceled on the road. And canceling in samurai
Oh.
times involves swords. So
In your gut.
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's why Corey led with the canceling joke. I see. We're canceling Kuranagi today.
Mm.
And Benton also wants to cancel her now too.
Your mama.
Oh, can't you relate to that, Matt?
Hey, I'm trying to work with her.
Well, something's off about Kuranagi. Nobody really knows. Maybe she's just having a bad day.
Could be.
Unless she wants to bring it up herself, it's a kind of a moot point, and we should just continue on.
Yeah, we're doing a thing.
I'm not her therapist.
Daisuke seems to know where we're going.
What
Which
did
way?
you find?
Well, I found a new trail of tracks thanks to Naurin's clue that she provided. So I think we're getting closer to our quarry.
I'm really kind of looking at that stick because it's a neat stick, but at the same time, why is it there?
What is the?
You
what
know,
is, what are you
it's a
looking
stick
at?
I wish I had to beat my brother with when I was a child, but now it's here when I'm older. Does this mean something?
Look, first off, we shouldn't call them our quarry because they're like smart and very aggressive if you start getting in their territory. So like, let's not go into this trying to make enemies. And two, what's up with the stick? Why are you staring at it like it's your long lost lover?
It's just odd
Do you?
where it's sitting and
What do you want to do with this stick? Do you want to like
And pardon my terminology,
investigate
Kuronagi.
it? Do
I
you
didn't
wanna-
mean to
yes,
make
I
it
do.
seem
I want to
so,
investigate it, so I'm kind of I
Okay,
get a
labor, TN2. I want to say air.
It's a
Labor.
sticky stick.
What's brown and sticky?
That's right, everyone
Mercury.
wait.
chocolate.
Youngsu found a cool stick.
I'm apparently very weirded out because I am gaining quite a bit of strife from this.
Yeah.
You both.
You look at the stick. You're looking around it. It seems weird. You kind of look around. There's an incline that goes up for a while, and there's a whole bunch of giant logs and rocks up there. This is a trap.
Ah. Be careful, don't disturb the stick.
This was right on the trail of those ratlings that you initially were following, but there's a separate trail that we found near the scratch tree.
Oh,
Why?
well,
What is
so,
up?
thank
What's
you.
going on with the stick? Naren says, confused.
It's the trigger for a deadfall.
Ooh. Well,
They
thank
were
you for pointing that
counting on
out.
somebody finding the cool stick and wanting to take it.
I can see why it's very stick.
It is a good stick, yes. It would make an
And
excellent
Daisuke's
staff.
just standing there, like, kind of confused, like, okay, I understand that, like, you know, he's mentally thinking, okay, I understand that this is a trigger for the trap, but why are they admiring this stick so much?
Because
he's
it's
just
one that is
baffled.
so obvious that it would be perfect for turning into a bow staff.
You just don't understand the stick.
To a crane,
Stick
that
life.
makes sense. Like, who cares about a stick?
It's stick life. You wouldn't understand.
It's a masterful stick. It's a stick that any, red-blooded boy would love to have.
I'm pretty sure Tato would really admire
This
the
is
stick,
the
and,
kind
like,
of stick where you go, can I quickly replace this with another stick of a similar weight? and get it out of the
Jones stick.
temple?
This is the kind of stick you take home to mama.
This is the kind of stick you put in the back of your car and everyone gets upset at you because it's like going through the trunk and poking someone in the back of the head and they're like, do we really need to bring the stick along? Really?
Sasha, I'm
And then
sorry
as
I
a-
brought the stick home.
No, you're not.
As everyone is
It
going
was a
through the
good
rant,
stick.
I
We're
think
never
realizing just how
sorry. We
sheltered
will
he
say
actually
it
was.
because we like you, but we're not really sorry.
Okay, nobody move the stick. Daisuke, did you find a good trail?
Thank you so much. Well, yes, I found a trail deviating from our original path, but I assume this new one will avoid the deadfall.
I know she said
So,
not to move the
Corey,
stick, but all I
like,
can
with,
think about now is
with-
how to move the stick.
Yeah, you can follow
I
the new
know.
path.
I know.
So with my role, Corey, like I assume that the new path is the right path without activating any traps.
You can take this other path. I'll tell you if there are more traps.
Because we'll find them one way or another.
Yeah, because he'll be like, okay, everybody, make a fitness check.
Yeah, maybe at this point, those of us with the good water want to start looking for more traps.
I was
I'm gonna
ready.
Yeah,
survey for more traps
exactly.
now. I'm gonna keep an eye out for that.
I was ready though for Matt to for Daisuke to totally blow off Naren and just keep plowing forward and hit that trap and have that's why I was asked, what's your marching order?
So we know who gets hit
I mean,
first.
Daisuke is
E3
egotistical,
saves the
but
day.
He knows that everyone else has good sense, so he's like, you know what, maybe. I don't want to listen, but
So
you
you follow.
could be right.
You guys definitely follow the new path. You keep an eye out for those scratch marks and for big pungent smells, so you can take the right path and not the wrong path.
And
Yes.
keeping an eye out for really nice sticks because they're probably holding up deadfalls.
Or really nice rocks.
Or tiger traps.
Or that really nice vine over there. Wait, that's a rope.
That's a nope rope.
Uh-oh.
It's gonna bite you.
It's just literally a naga in the. Oh god.
I mean,
It's a sticky
I guess
thing.
any rope you shouldn't grab is technically a nope rope. Just...
Well, I could have sworn it was a doorbell to the castle. Ding dong.
You finally make your way to a giant mound covered in trees and rocks and such, and you see your first ratling as he sees you coming and bounds into one of the little warren-like tunnels. Let me show you. I think I got something here.
Well, let's hope he's just going to go tell the others that there's visitors.
Corey, I don't remember if you allowed other people to do this earlier. While we were traveling, could I have taken like a calming breath or something to reduce my strife?
Yes, you can take a calming breath. But the scene really isn't over. Because it was an entire we're still looking out for traps. We're still looking for people. So there was no place for the tension of the scene to relieve itself. But you can take. I'll allow the one calming breath.
What does that do for me again? I don't
Reduce your
forget.
You can reduce your strife and your fatigue
by 1.
each by 1 as long as they started at over over
Whoops.
over
Is that
half
the right
your allowable amount.
Hey guys, I need you to click down to where it says rattlings on that.
They are cute.
Oh yeah, this is a particularly adorable image.
That is definitely rattlings based more on field mice.
Let's
than-
show the
Yeah,
audience.
I was gonna say this
Those
looks
are
like
adorable.
mouse guard.
I don't see it. Where is it?
Like
In the rat hole.
Daisuke would be like in
It's in the
awe,
pictures that
they're so
or
adorable.
opened and you're supposed to click on rattling.
It's the same
If
image
how
that's
they
in the
actually look like in the game.
the
like,
thumbnail. It's the same image that's in the thumbnail, so everybody already. If you clicked on this, you probably saw it.
They are adorable.
I don't see it still.
It's the thing that
Did
you
it
open on your...
pop up
You
a
didn't
picture?
open my screen.
It
I'll
should
try
say
again.
pictures.
It didn't. Oh, now it did.
Just click
Okay,
on
then
number
click
3.
on rattlings at
yeah,
the bottom
click on
of
number
the
3
left.
rattlings.
Yep, now it did. It didn't even have the pictures thing. I don't know.
The first one is
Gaslit.
Shinomen entrance. Don't look at the other two yet; they're not ready. you didn't go there.
I'm just assuming this is a more adorable version of what they actually look like.
No, they're pretty puffy little guys.
Yeah, like so. Daisuke internally, he's just enjoying the sight. He's like, "Oh, you're so cute."
But you know, they do have weapons like swords and armor, and just like the picture kind of shows,
They're-
if you can see it,
Similar to human size, right?
just a little shorter, not much, but yeah,
Mhm. Similar.
like a D&D dwarf is a medium-sized creature. Even they're called dwarves. They're about the same kind of stature to a human as a dwarf is in Dungeons and Dragons.
So 3/4 height, but a bit more brawny.
Yeah. Anyways, they run kind of into the warren.
Naurin like rubs her temple because she's still super stressed out.
And Youngso actually did say, "Oh, I hope they're just letting them know it's visitors."
Hmm.
I think
I
we
wonder
should
if I should do a
Well,
courtesy or
probably
performance
announce
check,
ourselves.
to kind of help. What's the right word? Like show that we
Announce
mean
yourself?
no harm.
If they ask us to punch another boulder,
Those were Zokujin.
Naren thinks it'd be really funny to like throw a rock into the cave and like yell out insult at the ratling.
she does.
Yeah, it would relieve some stress.
But Naurin doesn't care that much about herself, like at all.
I'm just saying.
Naurin is very
Like,
self-sacrificial.
if you throw a rock into the cave and like yell an insult, that probably will relieve like 3 strife.
I won't, unless you're cursing me and you're being like, "Do it, do it."
Oh no! It's 100% your option. I'm just saying it would activate your provocation advantage.
I'm not gonna do it.
You would provoke them.
No, I bet I would, but I don't want to.
Okay.
I don't
Well,
usually
I'd
lead
like
with
to see
that.
if I could- I would like to see if I could do a performance or a courtesy charm check to see if we could like at least placate the rattlings, like, you know, nervousness around us.
So that's an interesting idea. How do you propose to charm the rattlings that are fleeing, that have fled into the cave?
that have fled into the cave. Well, considering that Daisuke, like like thought of them as cute little creatures, just running away. He wants to. He wants to pretty much say, "Oh no, don't go. We're not here to harm you."
So like
and I'm
the
thinking-
Disney method.
The Disney method.
Kind of, yeah.
Oh, we mean you no harm. We come in peace.
You mean you no harm, little friend?
Naurin is going to use her bond
So-
with Kuronagi to basically convey, like at a glance, perhaps a gift or a trade.
So you yell out in your most peaceful voice your intentions, and it kind of dawns on you as a courtier that these are rats and probably don't care at all about how Rokugani act or are polite, or like how humans do things is probably not how rats do things. And you remember like the pungent smells you smelled earlier, and we're like, if only I could smell peaceful. How do I don't have the right glands for that. How do I smell peaceful? So
You
I'll
just
give
let
you,
us pee on you.
Basically, you just need to take a whiz at the cave entrance.
This has become a different kind of RPG game very quickly.
They'll get it. Trust me.
God.
They'll get it.
Yeah, like that would definitely make Daisuke's uncleanliness disadvantage flare up real bad.
Daisuke just starts peeing, and we're all like, "What are you doing?"
I'm introducing myself to the tribe.
Oh god. Willie out. Sword in one hand, tip in the other. Okay, I'm done.
I have to say though, I have been in not just one, but a couple of role-playing games where somebody is on fire and the rest of the party uses urine to put them out.
Why? Where is that the most efficient method?
When you
I've been in one of those games with you. Rue
is-
was the one wanting to pee on
I don't
people.
know. I was in a game where I poured my water on Tarek's character, and then he just like burned up. I don't know what was happening there.
A dad.
Like, I literally had actual water to try to put him out. And
Is fire
didn't
like
work.
the jellyfish sting myth of RPGs? Like,
I
you gotta pee
don't
on it.
know.
You gotta pee on it. It doesn't work, but I want to pee on it.
We're just rip-roared and ready to go here in RPG land. We want it to happen.
We have
very
water.
excited.
We will give water.
Oh god.
So, Sasha Narin telecommunicates her intentions to Kuronagi via your bond about maybe a gift. Matt thinks about smells. And I don't know
Young
if the other
gets off of horse so he's not standing high and tall and being threatening.
Yes. We got somebody dismounting.
And staying away from the entrance so that we're not being seen as aggressive by trying to enter.
Naren is specifically the worst person here to try to start peaceful negotiations. So I suggest that someone else take the lead on this.
I mean, my first thought is also kind of along the lines of gift exchanges, because that's generally a safe way to go with a culture you don't know.
If only you had a really nice stick to trade.
A really nice
Another one.
stick.
They left it there. It wasn't that nice to them.
The only way.
Yeah,
we can
but if we
welcome
had that
our tribe
particular stick, they'd
is-
probably wonder why we're trying to give them their own stick.
I was gonna go into a spiel of the elder Rattling saying that the only way you could be accepted by our tribe is activating one of our traps and surviving the trap.
You know what? Does What is Kitsu Satoru doing? Is he just sitting silently like he
Yeah,
normally does?
he's been watching this entire thing. He doesn't want to incur your guys' wrath at all. He just watches and waits for maybe his opportunity. He doesn't know when or where that's going to come, but he's very patient. He seems, but he doesn't seem like at ease.
Mhm.
But like nobody seems at ease right now around here, mainly because this area of the forest is disquieting.
Naurin looks at him, and she waits until he notices that she's looking at him, and then she says, "Satoru, do you know anything about rattlings? I don't suppose that you are going to be particularly excited if we upset them and get an entire bunch of them riled up while you are, how do I put it, as immobile as a nice looking piece of cheese."
You have such a creative way with words.
What's cheese?
From what I understand, and I've never met a ratling, but from what I understand, they have different tribes, and each tribe has their own way of acting. Some are hostile towards samurai, and some are peaceful. Uh, they are very much able to uh, be negotiated with, but they also have a strange type of magic that seems to alter the fabric of reality.
What's that about altering the fabric of reality?
Rattling magic.
Ah.
They can, I don't know, it seems like they can make memories come alive sometimes.
Their own or others as well.
Never seen it happen. I couldn't say. I've only heard stories.
Oh, are they talking to Kitsu Satoru?
So it may be apocryphal. They may not be able to do that at all.
Now is making him squeak. Ouch.
Oh, you adopted the nickname.
Only OOC Lee.
Well, I think a peace offering or just a general offer of trade might be appropriate.
Do you suspect that they will understand that? What if they don't speak Rokugani?
Then they simply don't understand. We neither gain nor lose anything.
Yes,
But we
that's fair.
certainly won't gain anything standing here.
Kuronagi, considering that they've had dealings with that nearby village that you mentioned, maybe there is a chance that they might understand Rokugani?
From what I understand, they were looking to go and beat him up to get the artifact back. Or maybe like ambush them? They left a man naked on it, tied to a tree in order to get the rattlings to come and get him.
But it didn't work, did it?
No, he was out there all night and almost died.
So perhaps they are peaceful.
Perhaps the rattlings are, but that wasn't their mentality, or that wasn't the individual's mentality from who I spoke to.
Kuronagi, could I have a moment with you? Just a moment. Because I believe back in Unicorn Lands, I had a vision of a smiling man tied naked up onto a tree when I was attempting to pray to Benton. I have a sneaking suspicion that I should have I should have been with you at that point in time.
I did bid for others to join me.
Well, that was my error then.
Perhaps a grievous one.
Well, probably one I could still perhaps rectify. If we can get into that
How do
village's
you
good
suggest-
graces.
How do you suggest to do so?
Well, you weren't very open about providing any information when I asked you directly earlier. But considering that we're now more concerned with the artifact, perhaps getting into that village's good graces would be our best route. And if we could perhaps get the artifact without spilling, or pardon my words, I didn't mean spilling, but perhaps without any conflict with the ratlings here, would work out in the long run. Now,
I suggest
What is
we
it
get a
you
move
want
on
with this
it.
naked man?
it had to do with the vision from Benton. She sent it to me. I don't have any other clues.
What was the vision?
Just the man tied up to a tree, smiling, naked. I haven't the slightest clue of what else happens afterwards.
There was no other information?
I prayed to Benton about what I must do in order to win her favor, or win her blessing.
Perhaps it is a lesson in humility. For these people
I mean,
do not trust samurai. And you and everyone else here are samurai. Were you the one to have walked up, you likely would have offended him. He may not have even asked for assistance, instead staying tied to the tree, or worse, lashed out at you. And if we go into the village without the relic, and we all hold ourselves up as samurai, they too would likely turn hostile, turn us away.
Well, then I do think that the task at hand would still, well, be part of what Benton wants at least me to do. But
Do you think she
well,
wants you to wrestle away an artifact from the ratlings in order to stand
win
tall as
favor
the
of the
samurai?
village? Not wrestle it away, but negotiate. Like, I'm all for being diplomatic with the ratlings. And I have a strange sneaking suspicion that, considering the pungent smells that we smelled while coming over here, it's beyond me to wonder how I came to this sort of conclusion, but apparently we might smell dangerous to them, to the ratlings.
Why not go and roll around where they were standing? That way you smell more like them. I'll tell you what, if you are willing to do that and negotiate with those ratlings under good auspices and do not start any hostilities, I will give you a treat.
He'll give you a daisuke treat.
And pray
Nice
tell,
and
what sort of
snacks.
treat would that be, dear Kuranagi?
One that I would not be willing to give you otherwise. And something I guarantee that you will be wanting and needing in the days to come.
A medicine ball.
Oh, we have those.
Or maybe that,
We still have a few of those.
trinket that she got, that she didn't reveal that she got.
Here's your treat. It's a shower.
Yeah, it's a golden shower.
Oh, no, come on. Boo.
Boo.
What?
You joke about it too much.
It's not my pee.
That's way funnier.
I ordered away some from the Rattling.
Good Lord.
I ordered rat food
Perfect
before
treat
we
for a
left
nice,
for the
warm,
forest.
balmy day.
It's called.
It's like
The
spraying
title of this
dough
video
pee
has to
around
have
where
something
you
to
want to
do with
hunt.
pee afterwards.
Now I'm gonna have to change it to Shinomen lemonade.
You're gonna have to.
I did not hear that.
No, cinnamon showers. Cinnamon showers.
Shinomen shower.
Cinnamon showers bring.
I'm
Yellow
hitting the edit
flowers.
button
Blue
right
flowers.
now. We're changing the name.
Oh Lord.
So Daisuke, what do you think?
If only I could have direct consultation with Benton, but considering
Oh, we all wish we could speak directly to the gods at times, but trust me, it is not so easy.
you know what, in good faith that you are my friend and ally, I might go ahead and attempt this. Pull this over me. I will figure out what to do. Otherwise,
I trust you will.
does anyone else have other suggestions before I even try this? Like, Daisuke is like, internally retching. He's like, oh, I can't believe I'm even considering this.
As I said, I have no other
really
opinion besides what Benton could have been trying to educate you in, besides that of humility and willingness to work together.
I don't know what you're talking about that you're going to try.
Oh, I thought you were, we were still kind of encircled with this discussion. I only took Kuranagi aside until we kind of spoke up a little more.
Oh, I thought the whole.
Like, I was
Can I
making
speak
the
to you
rest
in
of the group
private? I
aware
thought that
of
was
my
happening.
vision.
Yeah,
we
I-
were not
that.
talking openly. We were talking aside.
Yeah,
You
Yes.
you two were
You
talking
said,
aside,
"Can
and then
we
it
talk
seemed
aside?"
like Matt was going, hey, does anyone have other suggestions before I try this? And I'm like, try what?
okay.
So I'm gonna also
All
assume
right,
that
so
you both
let
are
me-
dismounted
let me
too.
circle back a little bit, rewind a bit of time, and then at that point, regroup with the rest of the group, and kind of give everyone else the rundown on what I spoke with Kuronagi, and also mention that that perhaps the Rattlings are not going to interact with us unless we smell like we're not dangerous to them. And Kuronagi made a suggestion that I'm not fond of, and I am wondering if there are any other alternatives before I try. I'm willing to negotiate on all of our behalf for the artifact with the Nizumi, but
If you want to
I'm,
smell harmless, perhaps the best approach is to actually mean them no harm.
well, I've attempted to announce it to them, and they didn't respond to that whatsoever.
Well, I think we need to wait for them to come back.
That might be quite some time. The Rattlings they're from this territory. They could have any number of ways in and out of a cave system.
Yes.
True.
I suggest the best course of action is simply to announce yourself and your intentions, and if you get no reply, venture forth. We cannot spend all evening doing this. We do have people on our tails.
True, but we also don't have any guarantees that they would even understand us if we scream out at them, besides being worried that we're screaming.
We will gain nothing from not trying.
True,
Well,
but we could also
all right.
gain
It's
from
literally
trying
what
in
Matt
a way
already
that
did.
speaks to them.
Oh, well, what?
It's literally what Matt already did.
Yeah, like so basically like Daisuke is like, trying to steal himself. Is like, I'll be the sacrificial lamb.
Okay.
I will stand where the Nezumi stood, or like at least roll around, see if I could get some
So,
of the Nezumi scent on him.
This
if
is
he
this
has
is
to.
this is on the surface. This is going to be bad for you. First off, it triggers one of your disadvantages, giving you +3 strife.
Yep. Yep.
This is that great. You don't like it at all. You'll also lose honor equal to your honor rank for rolling around like this.
So 7 honor.
Yeah,
It's
and
worth it in the long run, though.
Is it?
You get rat friends.
And a treat.
And a treat, and a Kurenagi treat.
I'll tell you what.
You also get to throw up a little bit in your mouth.
If this doesn't, if this doesn't work, it will be as if Kurenagi tricked you, and you'll lose glory. If this does work, you will gain glory.
Exactly. If this works and Kurenagi isn't tricking you, which I think Corey knows that I'm not actually trying to trick you, this could
But he knows.
this could work very well for us.
So, Daisuke returns. He
with a very
has
grumpy look on his face.
He's got an odor about him. He's got a fallen, leaf in his hair that he doesn't even notice, in his like mohawk that he doesn't even notice. His kimono
I feel
is a
repugnant.
bit dirty, and he doesn't seem very pleased. Daisuke, are you going to just head towards the Warrens now and just kind of walk in?
I mean, it's a risky choice.
I think you've already taken a few risks.
Yeah, well, might as well.
All right.
Kurenagi will walk up as he does this. Kurenagi will go over to where the like opening of the warren is, alongside of Matt.
Okay.
Alongside of Dave.
As you make your way to the Warren and you walk up, Kurenagi will be shot at with an arrow from the darkness. And you can see into the dark because you can see it right there. There are some ratlings, like 2 of them trying to guard this entrance. So as you approach, you kind of see them.
Okay. If I see them as I'm approaching, I will stand back a ways just
Okay.
to show that I am supportive of Daisuke, but not encroach upon their territory.
Okay, then yeah, you won't get the arrow. Because as soon as I said an arrow will fire at you, I remembered. Oh yeah, you can see in the dark. You can see them. You can.
Yeah. If I see them there, like pointing arrows at us, I will pause and see if Daisuke can go forward. I just wanted to make sure
So
that I was
Daisuke,
doing
as
something
you
in
get to the
solidarity.
mouth of the cave.
Can I say something real quick? Because I didn't want to interrupt, but I also don't want it to get too far before I wanted to just tell Daisuke that if he needs help, to call for Naurin, and she will come to help, loudly, and that she will watch the horse and Satoru while he is gone.
Thank you.
I will say if there is trouble, I have a humming bulb, and you will hear the hum quite loudly. But I do not suspect that there will be trouble,
So
and I highly suggest we avoid any trouble.
you get to the mouth of the cave, and you see 2 pairs of just sparkling lights that look like they look like glowing eyes in the darkness. They just kind of they just kind of peer at you.
So Daisuke attempts a second verbal communication, like suspecting that it might be like a pair of eyes that he's seeing.
Make a courtesy check.
And
Unknown
All right.
TN.
Okay, so courtesy.
Let
let's
me
see.
turn off the TN thing here right there. Now, unknown
All
TN.
right. So I'm gonna try. Like, I don't want to trick. I want to charm them. If
Charming is
possible.
a good thing to show that you're non-threatening.
Uh-huh. And maybe maybe okay, so if I don't take the void from the roll, does it like, add to my void pool, or
What do
should
you
I just spend void?
What do you mean?
Oh, you
Yes,
get a
you do
void
gain the
point
void point and can choose
for
to
the
hold it
unknown
for later.
TN.
Okay.
It will
Yeah, because
automatically
I
add
have-
it if he made it a hidden TN.
Yes, it will automatically make when you make it a hidden TN, it automatically adds to your character sheet. But you can spend a
Okay.
void
Only
on
if
this
he
roll
checks
if you
the
want.
button, though. So
You don't have to
it's
spend a
for-
void on this roll, or you can.
Yeah,
I don't
because
care.
I am pretty confident with my rings right now. So
Yeah, four in water.
well,
Do you have anything that can give you a bonus to this, like affect of harmlessness?
Your rivalry with Naurin, you could gain a strife and reroll one too.
Yeah, that is true.
Why don't you use both?
all right. Affective harmlessness, I'll definitely do that.
You have
harmlessness
affect of
will
harmlessness?
100% work on this. This is what it's made for, baby.
Yeah, and it's an
Which
air roll though.
This is
It's
the
okay.
whole reason. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't
Corey
really
says
matter.
that doesn't
It-
matter.
it works.
Those are just suggestions.
You get to reroll
this is
2
the
dice.
whole reason why I've been pushing you to do
okay.
this, Matt.
All right, reroll up to 2 dice. Okay, I'll reroll
Reroll those blanks.
2 of the blanks. Yeah, I'll reroll the blanks. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 on the dice.
Man, I'm trying to think because I'm like, do I want to keep the extra successes because? All right.
If you're still worried whether 3 is good enough, you can re-roll 1 for your bond, right?
Yeah.
Well, okay, so I'm gonna use the opportunity to negate the strife that I get from this
Okay.
roll.
You can
Yeah,
you can
looks
get rid of
good.
2 strife with that.
Yep, 2 strife.
Sweet.
Okay.
Okay, so 3 successes.
So what happens is you see the lights, the eyes, the glowing eyes get closer and closer. Oh, man.
It's blowing confetti at you,
With
and
all
I don't
sorts of
know
confetti
why.
and balloons.
They get closer and closer. And everybody outside of the caves notices emerging from the shadows tiny paws that kind of wrap around Matt, that Daisuke. Matt, do you allow Daisuke to be pulled in to the Warrens by these ratlings, or are you going to resist what they're going to do to you?
They're gonna pee
Dude,
on
let-
you.
Considering
let
that
them have sex
he
with
wants
you.
to be a peaceful negotiator. He's like, okay, their culture is unknown. They might see it as a slight if I resist. I want to be at the best terms possible, and I'm already putting up with a lot right now, but
Good boy.
take my breath away.
All right. Everybody sees like 4 paws kind of reach out and grab him and pull him into the shadows. And only Kuronagi gets to see him escorted into the cavern. Daisuke, you feel little rat paws guiding you into the place, and you hear this repeated: "Konnichiwa, konnichiwa, 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 konnichiwa."
As a player, I am like really enjoying this. It's gonna be so surreal for Daisuke. He's just like, hello.
Never
hello."
doubt me again.
No, that's not gonna fly.
Never, ever doubt me again.
So, like, continuing forward, I assume, like, Daisuke is gonna say hello to all the voices
Soon enough,
saying hello to him.
you enter a large cavern that has some lights in it, and you can dimly see. And there are many different little tents, and there are ratlings walking back and forth, some in armor with weapons, some in kimono, not like the best of kimono, but they're wearing like clothing. You see leathers being tanned, you see or cleaned, should I say. You see fabric on a loom being created, like a blanket being woven. You see, just it's a like a little rattling village in here.
Oh,
One of us. One of us.
One might say it's a Warren.
You do notice that one of the rattlings has been guiding you, holding you with little paws because they know you can't see. And one of them has a weapon out ready to strike at you if you make a wrong move. It's a katana.
Daisuke is gonna be on his best behavior.
But that other rattling has been there the entire time, probably like that. And you just did never notice because you can't see in the dark. You are escorted to one of the larger tents where there's a rattling in like robes with like a big skull for a hat.
Quite fashionable.
He's got like feathers dangling down, or maybe it's a she, you don't know.
Google gabble.
And the creature says, Kochak.
Kochuk?
Kochak.
Like
Well, it's not saying coat check.
I'm sorry, I don't quite understand. Do you speak Rokugani?
Welcome, sorry.
Oh, well. Thank you for welcoming me to your home.
Yes, home.
Ah, well, it is
You
quite.
Speak Minazumi? You smell good.
I don't speak Nizumi. I was hoping to
Hard to
introduce
talk.
myself to you.
Yes,
Hard.
thank you, sorry. Pleasure.
Ah,
We
well.
pleased to meet you. Hajime Mimashite.
So Daisuke will, perform a, greeting, telling them his name, and asking.
Oh, they already
for...
think that your name is sorry now. It's the first thing you said was, I'm sorry.
Here I was thinking you were having them talk like the little animal people from No Game No Life, where they apologize after every sentence.
I thought that, yeah,
I
like,
don't
I
know
thought
what you're talking
You
about.
get
is
the
what they were
idea?
going for.
You get the idea that the creature's name is Kochak. And the first thing it did was introduce itself.
Oh,
And then expected you to introduce yourself. So when you said, I'm sorry, that's now your name. And they don't seem to understand
That's a
the
funny
language
way of
very
going
well.
about it. That's great.
So now
That's
your name
great.
is sorry.
Whoops, that's great. Well, so
Another ratling comes by and hands you a wooden bowl filled with liquid.
oh, well, Their culture is definitely different from ours for sure. So if I were to refuse it, they might take it as an insult. And Daisuke is like kind of running that in his head. Is like,
the ratling that you're talking to, Kochak, takes the bowl, sips from it, and then turns the bowl and hands it back to you, as if this is a tea ceremony, but done very wrong.
oh,
We all drink from the kettle.
okay. So
You have tea ceremony, right?
so Daisuke also returns the gesture by taking a sip from the bowl and setting it down.
So take
between himself and Kocha.
take 3 strife for drinking from a dirty bowl that a ratling is drunk from the same side on.
Yep.
But I'll give you this: tea's delicious. It's not bad at all.
Got some good tea.
It's very floral, but it's not at all bad. In fact, it's remove a fatigue, as it's got quite a bit of caffeine in it. I'll give you that.
All right.
Wow, this tea has more zip than I'm used to.
Matt's getting lit with the rats.
Doji, Julie just said online, Doji sorry Daisuke, the first character to get a nickname.
He stays down there long enough. The rest of us go, well, he's dead. And
No,
move
the rest
on.
of us say he's become one of them.
Oh yeah, what are you guys doing?
And he ends up settling down, having a ratkin wife.
Yeah.
Daisuke's gone native.
How much do you want that Kuronagi treat?
Yeah, how bad do you want it?
Who
Something
knew
along
Doji
the
was
lines
secretly
of-
a furry.
We all do. He likes wearing
Kuronagi.
suits.
That's the unicorn.
Oh,
He puts on big suits. We know.
Uh-oh.
He's into the costuming.
Oh, by the way, you do get a void point for gaining 3 strife from your disadvantage. You know
Yeah.
that, right?
Yes, you do.
Just
Oh, so I
the
got
first
the
time it
first time.
happens. Just the first
Yeah,
time
the
it
first
happens.
Okay. You know what? Let me see. Let me see if I could do Courtier's Resolve at this point because I am already at like.
You can spend a void point to use Courtier's Resolve, and that lessens your strife, right?
Yeah,
Lessens
by
your
its
strife
by its
by
glory
your
rank.
Glory? I think it's by
Yeah,
glory.
I'm at 39
Yeah.
right now, and I'm just so close to getting rid of 4 strife, but.
But guess what?
3
If
right
you
now.
pull this off, you're definitely gonna get some glory.
Yep, you can do that. You can definitely do that to get rid of some strife.
All right.
Meanwhile, outside the cave,
Yeah, what are y'all doing? Well, he's being wined and dined by rats.
Wee background music.
yeah, Kuronagi, you can see in the dark, right?
Of course.
So, what just happened with Daisuke?
Oh, they just escorted him inside.
So
Don't worry. I think they understand that he doesn't mean them any harm. So as long as he doesn't do anything stupid or aggressive or break their traditions, I'm pretty sure he'll be fine.
Wait. What was the first thing he shouldn't do?
Yeah, that's why I came up closer. Just in
Right.
case. If I hear
Okay.
something going on in there, then I can do something.
So maybe
But
like a
I told him,
30%
this is-
chance he comes out?
I'd say a 5.
Is there
Out
a
of
0 at the end of
100?
that statement or just a 5% chance?
She said 3%, right?
I
No,
said
30.
30.
That sounds so in character.
I just
Kuronagi is
dropped-
like 5?
He's not that dumb.
No, of course not. But he is really arrogant, and he thinks very highly of himself. And I think that's what maybe he's being taught, is to not think so highly of himself and above others. And if he learns that lesson, well, great. Then I'll give him a gift. And maybe we'll be able to get into the town. If he doesn't, then, well, we're kind of all in trouble.
How long do
Did
you think
he
we
say
should wait
that-
until we try going in?
I wouldn't go in there at all until you roll around in the muck. Then you can go in.
Well, sure, but what do you think? Maybe we should give him a day?
I don't think it'll take that long. At least I don't think so. I don't really know how negotiations work with these people.
I would hope if he had
Though
to stay,
I hope he
would
brought
come out
something. He's a
to give us
doji, so he's
message.
got to have some gifts, right, on him. Even if
I
he's
mean,
going into
he's
the
gotta
woods.
have something. You know, I was suggesting that maybe we could trade with them.
That's what I think. Maybe if he has something nice and shiny, he can give it over, and they'll give him the item. But they're gonna, especially if it's something important, they're gonna want something of equal value or more.
I would hope that if he would be spending the night in the lair, that he would find a way to come and inform us.
Of
before.
course. There's also, she turns and looks toward the opening, and then looks back and gives Naurin a look of like, tell him about the magic I have.
What?
Did you say tell them about the magic?
Yeah, she gives you a look that's like, tell him that about the magic I have. You were there when I casted it last, where I can overhear something happening at a distance and be able to listen and like eavesdrop.
I don't remember this, Sealy. So
Oh,
I
Celia,
don't-
you were there when I did it when we were
this
all
was probably
prisoners.
super months ago.
Yeah, but you were all prisoners. Remember, inside of that like bungalow that we were all staying in with all the rooms,
Yeah.
and we wanted to overhear what other people were saying. So I cast the spell to listen in on the doji, so I could do your
Okay.
specific Yuri.
Okay.
Like I can do that. So
Okay.
that's why
Even though
I give her a look saying that, because I don't want to say it out loud in front of a bunch of Ratling who could probably overhear me saying that.
So you want me to say it?
To the group who's much further away than I am from the Ratling.
Okay.
Like, tell them quietly
It's
what
very
I can do.
complicated. I think I understand my instructions now.
Get the job right.
So Naurin simply says she has good ears, and that's it.
You don't say.
They're like Dumbo.
Dumbo?
Yeah, the ears are
Did-
very big.
I should make a
Did
portrait of
Daisuke-
Kuronagi pulling back her ears, and she has like these really crazy big ears.
Did Daisuke say that he was on some sort of pilgrimage to please Benton?
Did you say that out loud to everybody? Because I know you said it to me, but you didn't necessarily say it.
He said
to
it last game
Did he?
too.
Did you say it to
Yeah,
everybody?
I said I repeat everything that Daisuke said
Okay,
to
so you did
Kuronagi.
repeat it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, is anyone going to respond to that?
Respond to what?
Naurin asked, "Did Daisuke say that he was on some sort of pilgrimage to appease Benton?"
Mm, I
So
I'm
Daisuke
not
did
sure.
say that. Daisuke did say that to reconfirm. Like he did say it to out loud to the group. So
Loading music.
Okay.
All right then. That was great talk, guys.
Yeah. No one remembers.
Awesome.
James, are you
the
there?
players don't. The characters should.
James, are you there?
I see him
I'm
blinking.
still here, yeah. Just
Okay. Just making
still
sure.
yeah, I'm just
Yeah,
still
it looks
having
like
a
you
bad
have,
brain
right?
day. Most of what's going on in my brain right now is.
Well, you're part of this conversation. Just letting you know.
Yeah, and unfortunately, bad brain day. So all I've got is.
Right. Back to
So we-
Matt
so we-
inside the Matt,
All right. So how far has conversation gone with?
you think you're through the
with-
pleasantries of whatever rattling pleasantries there are. You know, they seem to have shared tea. He's shown you his a great palace he has here. You know, that sort of thing.
Mhm.
You could probably bring up why you're here.
Yes. So. So Daisuke brings up the topic, hoping that he's not going to poke a sore spot with the chieftain, and it says, "Well, I have come to negotiate on behalf of my group to see if we could make a trade for the artifact that you have in your village's possession. That was supposedly."
The rattling cocks its head at you and raises its eye and says, "Slow."
Slow. Okay. Flower Village.
Flower Village!
Uh-oh.
Matt, you're gonna need to be delicate.
So, I have come to make trade with your village to
Trade Flower
bring that
Village?
object. Not Flower Village object, or what was taken from Flower Village. The artifact of Flower Village.
You
I don't
come
think they
hurt
understand the word
rattlings for
artifact.
you come hurt rattlings for what rattling take?
No hurt rattling.
Flower
Trade.
what you
I
know
give
Flower
you-
Village. He comes up, he sniffs you round, he starts patting at you. No
So
sharp
Daisuke
sharp.
lets them-
Sharp. Where be sharp. He takes your wakizashi right out of your kimono and throws it on the ground.
He lets him. He understands that this is part of the negotiation process, and he needs to earn their trust.
One of the other rattlings will pick up the wakizashi, open it up, put it back, and put it down on the ground next to you. Yeah, the Kachak will see what the other rattling warrior has done. He nods at him and says, "Your weapon has no sharp on it. No bramble. No flower.
No flower?
What you know of Flower Village?"
This is from friend outside. They say that rattlings took something from Flower Village and wants
Flower
to
Village take much
bring
from
back-
rattlings. We take back. Ours now.
Could I give you something for that? I have things I could give to rattlings, if you'd like, for thing that was taken.
What you have?
So, Daisuke is willing to impart his ceremonial tea set. He also has sweets that he bought before traveling too, that he could give to the rattlings. And he can also he's also willing to impart with his calligraphy set as well, or anything else within reason if they want more from him.
He likes that tea set. He looks at tea set.
He has these three things up for barter.
He looks at that tea
likes
set.
the tea set?
He starts opening it. He starts feeling inside the cup and how smooth. He says, "Smooth." Everybody nods. Smooth.
So he is willing to trade his ceremonial tea set for the artifact if they like his tea set, and he's also willing to impart.
They look at the print on
one
your-
of his rations of sweets.
They look at the
To the
print on your
rattlings
tea
and shit.
set and they go, "Birdie." Birdie.
Birdie.
Tiger.
Take care of you, Birdie. It's okay, Birdie.
Tiger, birdie, 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 tiger. uh,
Corey loves Kung Pao way too much.
It's
Dude,
so
it's
good.
such a
It
fun
is
movie.
so good.
Oh, and I haven't
There's a
seen that since
reason he
high
loves it, and
school.
it's amazing.
I have not seen that since high school. You may call me Betty.
Okay.
Little Betty.
He he waves his hand and chirps and clicks, and one of the rattlings leaves and comes back and puts down a couple of objects. The first one is a tetsubo covered in like thorny vines and has rose blooms on it. The next one is a Hanafuda card with it looks like a divine being drawn on it.
That's also fair.
The next
So
thing is a set of rattling tools. And the final
So
thing
Daisuke-
is a selection of dried and cured meats.
Ah. So, I have to make a choice out of those four? Okay, so I suspect that it could be the Tetsubo or the Hanafuda card. Could I make a... Well, hate to say it, but perhaps void check, void meditation, to sense what could be the object that the Flower Village had taken from them by
You
the...
know what? Void meditation is the exact thing you should be doing. Yes. Unfortunately, there's still an imbalance of void in the area. So it's going to be a
I
TN3
suspected.
instead of a TN2.
Yeah, and I'll use my remaining void point to get that like
Get
you
an
know,
extra die.
you know, extra, for the extra die. Yeah.
Ooh.
There's no bonus successes for this, so don't overextend
Okay.
yourself.
Hopefully, I get an opportunity then. Okay,
Blank.
that's fine too.
Nothing.
Okay. So you're pretty sure that the Tetsubo wrapped in thorny vines and flowers, like pink
It's
roses
probably
that are
the thing.
is the artifact. The Hanafuda card is very interesting and possibly important as well.
Yeah.
You do know though that the set of tools very handy for they'll come in very handy in the future, and it's probably what they use to set the traps that they made out there. And the meat is a meat is based. This meat could be one days of ration for everybody.
Ahem, ahem.
You
If you can
do
grab
have
that Hanafuda card, then James and Tarek won't be fighting over who gets that artifact.
you do know that you have more stuff to trade. You said you had a bunch of things to trade, so you could possibly make
Yes.
negotiations for different things.
So
And
I
heck,
would
out to
like.
talk to us. There'd probably be some things as well.
Hmm.
Because I'd happily give up a bottle of sake, and you know how much my character loves sake.
So Daisuke mentions to the Nezumi, he's like, I can give you more things from friends if I can get what all of what you have here. So I can get more things and give to you from friends outside. That okay?
He thinks for a moment. Me like you, sorry. But you can go talk to friends, come back. No friends allowed.
Could you
Friends,
repeat that,
friends
Corey?
no,
What?
friends no come. Friends no come.
Okay. All right. And I will come back with their gifts too. So Daisuke will go ahead and ask to be taken back out to the
All right.
end of the warren.
They'll escort you out the same way that you came in, but this time there's no sword at your back. And that feels nice.
Mhm. That does.
So Kuronagi will see the Rattlings emerge with him before their little paws kind of push him out into the forest, and that's all everybody else sees are these little paws that kind of come out.
Little paws.
Kuronagi will offer them a bow.
Okay.
So
You come up?
Daisuke gives his gives everyone a curt bow and then regroups with the rest and mentions the negotiations are going well, and also says that if anyone has something that they can trade, he mentions the objects that were offered up for trade, which is the Hanafuda card, the Tetsubo, the rations, and the tools as well. And I'm willing to impart with my ceremonial tea set for one of the items, but I am wondering if any of you might be willing to part with something that I could give to the Rattlings, so that way we can, get a little more out of the negotiations. So I can only pick one of them, but if you have something that I can exchange, I could perhaps pick more than maybe two,
What do they
three.
seem to be interested in?
They were interested in something ornate. Like they liked my tea set. So anything shiny, artisanal, perhaps. They might be willing to take in.
What about weapons?
And weapons? There might be a possibility, since they are trading me a weapon, which is the Tetsubo, but maybe something that's resplendent would be more to their liking, from what I have noticed.
I get a bottle of sake out and hand that over, going, this might work.
Well, I
I
hope it will be to their liking.
I think it might need more than just a bottle of sake.
It's a start, at least. It's not like in prepping for going through a forest trek, I was going to get the nicest things possible.
Matt, make a sentiment check. It's going to be, since you've talked to these people for a while, saw their customs, it'll be a TN1. It'll be fire.
Fire? Okay, for theorize. Gotcha.
What kind of things do you think they want?
No bonus successes are necessary, by the way.
Okay, good.
So this is the information you need to get for that. To them, drinks are like icebreakers. They're not, they didn't trade with you tea. And if you bring them sake, it will be like just having a party. Like, they probably wouldn't consider that much in trade.
So they want things that don't get used up.
Okay.
I mean, it seems weird since they're like giving you a selection of meats, but they're giving you so many meats that one person couldn't like eat all of it. They're giving you what could be considered a feast as trade, rather than like a bottle of sake, which is just like, oh, this is something for me and a friend to share.
Kuronagi takes out a piece of cloth and then puts two things inside of it.
If I could ask, what are those things that I will be trading?
Well,
with?
one of them is obvious because she turns around and she no longer has glasses on.
Oh.
The second thing she puts in there and says, the other thing is an implement. I put in here an implement with which they could write. It is a piece of, we call it soapstone. and it is used to blaze trails and leave
Oh.
messages for others. So if they are interested in scouting and making sure that others know where could be dangerous or where couldn't be dangerous, they could use it to make a marking there. And where most people might assume that their marks would be maybe chewed into a tree or scent based, this might be misunderstood or mistook for something a human might have written.
Oh, okay. But question though, don't you need those glasses to see? Because he
Of
doesn't know
course.
about your quirk.
Of course, but this is a sacrifice that I'm willing to give to ensure that they understand that I am willing to do what we must to make a peaceful negotiation with them.
Naren smiles ever so slightly. It's very, very faint.
Like Daisuke is gonna take her word for it. It's like, well, that is quite the noble sacrifice. Thank you, Kuronagi. Moshisora, you wouldn't happen to have anything that you're willing to part with, would you?
Well, there could be a couple things. I don't know if any of them have a hairstyle that this comb would suit, but it could be used as a decoration.
If I rubbed myself with the same things, do you think they'd let me walk in with you?
If, as far as I can tell, if you smell like the tribe, they might welcome you in. Just, don't give off any
Daisuke was told.
malicious intentions.
Do you remember what Daisuke was told by
No
the
friends.
Ratlings?
Others.
Oh, they're not interested in the rest of the group. That's right. But Daisuke will add the amendment. But they told me that they are not interested in the rest of the group. They are just simply interested in speaking with me at the moment.
Then
I
Then
take out a Bower's kit and go, maybe you could trade tools for tools with this.
Oh, actually, that might work. From the implements that I saw within the toolkit, it did look like it was something that they used to set their traps. So we could perhaps use those tools to disarm any further traps that we come across in the future. So that might work. All right. Well,
So we have
I'll,
my glasses, a Sekihetsu, and a toolkit
And a bottle of sake.
Uh,
so that y'all can get crunk in there.
my hair comb.
A hair comb.
And I will also suggest, depending on their understanding of such things, they may be interested in jade. And a finger of jade might possibly be worth all of these things they were offering.
here's the thing. Remember that Nizumi don't get corrupted. Like they're incorruptible.
Right. They don't.
This is true.
I will say, if there are other things that you feel like you need, come back and let us know. But
All right.
if
Hopefully it will be
if
enough.
what we gave is not enough for the other the other three items, then I will offer you this. Then I hand over a Yumi.
Oh, the
The long bow.
A regular, yeah,
Long
a
bow,
bow.
all
I
right.
also have medical supplies, should they need that.
I have
All
little
right.
to offer that I think the Ratlings would take interest in.
Well,
But
I do think that what we have would be enough to satisfy them. If not, then I will at least try to go for the Hanafuda card and the Tetsubo, and maybe the tools. But if I am able to get the cured meats as well for rations for all of us, that would be
What
good.
was on the Hanafuda card?
It looked to be a like a. Sorry, Corey.
It's a deity, but what deity?
A deity. Like,
Can you describe what the deity looked like?
Hi,
Yeah, like Corey didn't give me much of a description. Like I would have taken the opportunity to look at it a little closely while looking at the items.
Well, you should have said that. You could have done something like make a theology roll, but you didn't. You would
I
have.
didn't. Yeah.
In hindsight's always 2020, but you didn't. You can
Yeah,
go back in there and
fair.
make a theology check next time you see it. I will say it was a man, not a woman. That's all I'll say.
Man.
Okay. Okay. Well, it looked to be a male figure of sorts, but I would have to examine it more closely.
Of
And
course.
I'll do so once I get back
Continue
in.
doing a good job, and remember, show humility, accept their culture, and work with them.
Of course. That's all a part of the negotiations.
All right, guys. What we're gonna do is
wow,
y'all are
where's that
gonna write
time?
down what you all are putting forward to this trade in Discord between the games, because it is 8:30 and it is for me it is we're at the 2 hour mark. It is time to wrap it all up. So, hey, Matt, gain 6 points of glory.
Yes.
You are definitely going to get this the artifact, so because they'll write off trade for the tea set for the artifact. They like it a lot. Other than that,
All
we'll see
right.
what else they trade for next week. Everybody gains 2 experience points. Let me think here. Tarek, gain a point of glory for coming up with that good plan. It was a good plan. I like that plan. Actually, is it glory or
I mean,
I think
it might have
glory
seemed
is
like
more
a trick,
important.
but I think maybe it's
I mean-
honorable. I did something honorable to support.
yeah?
a friend.
Give yourself 3 points of honor as well. And for coming up with a really good idea, give yourself a void point, because I love giving void points for like spectacular ideas like that. Rolling around in the Nizumi set. If you guys actually peed on their caves, that would have been war. That's you're saying this
I
is
don't
mine.
think anyone was considering that, Corey.
Yeah, no.
No, a couple people said that. I know
Who?
Matt said specifically. Maybe I should pee on that.
There was somebody who suggested it because they wanted to see Daisuke get hurt.
But yeah, that was a really great, wonderful idea to roll around in the grossness. So good on that.
Good job. Daisuke rolled around in the latrines.
Other than that, I don't think there's any more glory or honor gains. So I think that's it. Thanks to our patrons scrolling below. Thanks to Juvie who watched this live and was giving us some good comments. Of course, yeah, going all kill. From James, Crystal, Matt, Tarek, Sasha, my name is Corey. Go roll some dice.